We're living most our lives, living in the gas station paradise.
Greetings, fans of the Gas Station Simulator. Welcome back to my tutorial series for beginners. Can you believe that only 0.000001% of the world's population is playing this game? That's quite a few more people than I thought. Yes, folks, those are real numbers. I confirmed them with ChatGPT. In the previous video, we were just beginning to convert from level 2 hydrolyzers to level 3. This is where the really intense action begins. It gets so tense, folks, you may need to do this in the background while you're doing homework. Are you ready? Here we go. And this is a good game to work on while you're doing other things, especially in the lower number of rebirths. I'll be on meetings, or I'll be working on things, or maybe even playing another game and just keeping this going. It gets real exciting though at 15,000 rebirths when you can do one in under a minute. You can give yourself a hand cramp real quick. So we're at 256k, 314, so we're getting there. I may skip ahead a little bit in the edit of this video just to kind of give you guys an idea, but we'll see. Let's see how this goes. Narrator's note, we did not skip ahead.
And I guess we could go ahead and fill some of this in. Here we got these two again. 5 is your shortcut, real nice and easy. It would be really nice if we could get either additional shortcuts or the ability to configure our own. Might be a little complicated for a Roblox game, but considering that this is probably my favorite Roblox game of all time, seems reasonable to me. So all employed, no point in running them yourself. So we'll put the roofs on, get an idea what that looks like. See, really all it does is make it difficult to see what you're doing in reality. I mean, it looks cool, but we don't get any extra customers through as near as I can tell for this. Somebody knows otherwise, feel free to correct me, but I usually just end up, if I'm doing this, I'll write messages in it, or put a one single letter, something like that. It would be kind of funny to see 2 or 3 gas stations all in a row writing out a message between each other, but I don't think anybody's done that yet. So we're getting our roof out. It does cost a little bit of money, but at this point, what's 50,000? It's not. It's a little bit more than that, but it does look nice. This is our hydro row, and we've got gasoline rows, and you'll see that, yeah, I mean, hydro does sell for a lot more, but at any given time you'll have way more gasoline customers. Gasoline customers just seem to attract, or gasoline pumps rather, just seem to attract way more customers. Like, it doesn't matter what I seem to do, it can only keep the hydro pumps so busy. And there doesn't really seem to be all that much game logic surrounding it in terms of like ways to attract people or whatever. Another thing you can do is you can spawn vehicles and drive around yourself. It's actually pretty cool. It can be quite fast. It wants to shoot fire out the exhaust. Of course, my guy is quite a bit bigger than what the car will allow. It has really good, nice car models. It's also very tricky to drive because you crash into everything. And And see, this is what'll happen when other players mess with you. They'll see, now we're totally stuck. So I don't even know if I can get out of this. Yeah. So if that happens, what you can do is just reset your character, fall through the world, and it'll reset you over here at the spawn point. I can do the run of shame back to the gas station. Let's see how our holding shift zooms out just a little, and you run quite a bit faster. So now we're 471,000. So we've got about 10% of the necessary money to rebirth on hand, plus all of our investments in the gas station itself. So I probably shouldn't have done that. Not really to do it. And you see we've got 461 gallons, so this single unit there has been enough to serve all the customers, and that's a valuable slot, right? So every one of these slots is valuable. We don't want to use too many with storage or whatever. That's why you want unlimited storage. You want to be able to maximize, your money making here. If we weren't doing this, if we were only running gas pumps, I mean, we would hardly have any money at all. It's orders of magnitude better to do it this way. I mean, obviously do both because we do have the downtime to manage this. As long as you get the workers to connect individual pumps for you, there's really no way you could keep track of this many. I've tried it. It's entertaining, and you end up like grabbing your pump and then running it way out here, but then you don't know like which car is actually going to which pump. You do know that generally speaking they always go to the first available one, but not always. They'll go quite a ways up. And then if you have, this truck right here is still fueling, probably. Yep, we can see his number going up right there. But I'll bet you this guy behind him is done, see? It's zeroed. And he's stuck. So, this guy here, he's done. He's zeroed. He's stuck. All of these guys, now he's stuck. And now he's complaining, you see. I don't want to trouble you, but I can't leave. And so it's a little bit of luck of the draw. That's why I don't like to put the gasoline and the hydro in the same aisle, because all of these guys are about the same size and they last about the same length. So that way you can't get screwed by a truck blocking a whole bunch of stuff here. But again, it's not really a major component, but it is something to be aware of. So we've got one full row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, our thing there, 6. So we've got 6 level 3s. So if we do a little bit of back of the napkin math here, we've got 375,000, and we multiply that by 6. If we sold all those, that's 2.25 million. So that's almost half of what we need to rebirth. And this is, I believe, an 8x8 grid. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And of course we lose 4 squares, so that's 8 times 8, that's 64, minus the 4 squares we lose for 60 squares, minus our oil square, so that's 59 squares that we effectively have to work with. So if we assumed that we had a level 2 everywhere, that's 23,000 times 59, so that's 1.357 million. But it's not quite accurate, because if we're at 59, then we got 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53. So we really have 53 times 23,000. That's 1.219 million. And then we could add it to the 375,000 times. Well, I messed that up. 375,000 times 6 plus 1219000. So we have 3.469 million, or 3,469,000 invested in the gas station. Plus the pumps are worth something, but they're not really that expensive. And we have to have the building as well as the e-power building to rebirth, so we can't sell this to recoup money, although it's only 14,000. You can see here, research building 14,000 for hydro, so it's basically free as well. But we're generating money at a pretty good clip right now. It's not going to be very long until we get to somewhere between 10 to 12 is what you need. So if we do the rebirth statistics and we say 12 times 375,000, that's 4.5 million. Then we also need to budget in order to rebirth the e-power. So really we need 5,380,000 in order to get there. And we can of course sell some of these. So every 4 roughly is worth 100,000, right? So 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, right? This will get us to 600. This will get us to 900,000, plus a few left over here. So these 3 rows are, they're worth a few 100,000. Not huge money. These are just orders of magnitude, as I mentioned earlier, more expensive. So, quick sells, 4 click, 4 click, 4 click. So you can make your money really fast. You can run back over here and check out what's going on here with the goat. And you'll laugh, but at 15,000 rebirths, it's not worth your time to run out here. And even connect it. And of course I can't connect it for David. But he's just sitting here, and look how fast he's laying these down. Now the e-power building. Oh, I say he's doing it fast. He's a little slow there. And rebirth. And look, yeah, the money didn't even have a chance to show up. He sold a massive amount. That's interesting. I've never sat on the server while that's happening and actually watched the numbers. So, just kind of like the leaderboard is a bit behind. If the client is not necessarily reporting everything in real time, and or the server isn't getting it back to us fast enough to notice. But could be an artifact of the private servers too. I've noticed that you don't get as much performance out of the private servers as you do the live servers, and I don't know if that's just because of where they're located, or they give them different amounts of resources, or what the deal is. But they don't play as snappy as a public server seems to.
And that's a wrap on episode 3 of my gas station simulator tutorial for beginners. We've optimized our hydro production and finished laying the groundwork for reaching that $5 million mark and claiming our rebirth. It's not going to be easy, but with a little determination and a lot of caffeine, we're well on our way. So let's plaster on those fake smiles and get ready to plow through this stuff one more time for episode number 4. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more low-quality gas station simulator content, or whatever other ridiculous game I end up playing next. I promise to keep you entertained, or at least mildly amused. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.